Hello everyone, how are you going? Welcome to Canada's unforgettable journey to the World Cup, something that I've been following from the very outskirts of town, just chiming in every now and again, but now I just want to catch myself up because we're getting very, very close.
We've waited a long time for this.
What a time to be alive if you're a Canadian footy fan.
Eustachio to Kyle Larin!
What a ball. That was
And it had to be Kyle Larin!
Nobody in the right mind could have expected this. I mean, John Herdman told us it was possible if we just believed, but for so long, we didn't have much to believe in.
Canada's not only given their fans hope, but they've given them reason to believe.
That is really what it has all come down to, you know. I remember reading the comments on the previous videos going, these poor people have just been following the Canadian soccer, the Canadian football team for so long, and just to no success, to no prevail, you know? And that would be a very difficult thing to support, as of course every team is going to go through ups and downs. Some of the time they're going to be building a new team, sometimes they're going to be having a successful team, but generally speaking, if you're having just an up and a down every 5 or 10 years, that's alright. But then just to have the period of time that Canada just had nothing going on, that would be absolutely brutal. And so it is no surprise that on the world stage they have no notoriety because, well, even domestically they didn't really have any.
Our hockey glory is to be expected. In this country, many skate before they can walk. Our women's soccer glory has been coming. At the Olympics, they changed the color of the medal, but they've been world class for a while.
Right.
Our men on the pitch were much farther off the pace. Whether it was commitment of resources or strategy or our best players playing elsewhere, it's never all come together. Lifting trophies was the anomaly, not the rule.
Yeah.
Despite that, the one group that always blindly showed faith and support, the supporters.
Those poor supporters. I don't know how many of them there was there. I don't know if they're just shooting one particular angle, you know. I don't know about the rest of the stadium, but I guess to be fair, as I've said before, just still having that strong connection to the Commonwealth and also that massive French influence as well is definitely going to help to bring just a whole boatload of football and soccer just overseas, straight to Canada. I mean, it was interesting to hear that they had their good players shipped overseas, and obviously that is also a problem, if you want to call it that, they have with the ice hockey, just shipping them straight down south. But of course with FIFA, then they're just going to go straight to Europe, of course. But in a way that doesn't really make sense to me, because yes, I get going off and playing in the Premier League or anything like that, but surely if you're playing on the Olympic world stage or something, they're going to be coming back and playing for you, or sure, how does that work? And also, on one final note, I don't know how many trophies he believes are in this world and how many there are to go around, but saying lifting trophies was the anomaly, not the rule, is definitely something that I think every country has.
The Voyagers literally followed this team around the continent in any weather. Back then, the World Cup was a pipe dream. They did it for the love of the team. They're the biggest reason the program is where it is today, a proper football nation. No matter where they go, we all follow. Hamilton was hype. Edmonton was epic. BMO has been a fortress. And it's about to be a celebration.
This is the moment the country has waited for. Canada is going to the World Cup.
Ridiculous. Well, there is no denying that making the World Cup just isn't a massive moment for any country, be it big or small, but especially for the ones that haven't made it in many, many years. You know, there is a reason it is called the World Game, and that is because there are football fans just around the world, and every country just plays it to some degree, I believe. And so kind of like they mentioned, that is what the entire thing is just driven by. You know, the fans bring in the money, the fans bring in the sponsorship deals because they're watching it, they're paying attention, they're invested in it. That is what people actually care about, and so it'd be very interesting to see where would the Canadian soccer space be just without these long-term ongoing fans.
The team gave us a Canadian heritage moment.
Whoa, hang on a second. Oh, that just always just blows my mind. I just don't get, how can you be playing in snow like that? Look at it. What is going on there? Why is there so much snow just on the side of the entire field? Are they playing on grass? Are they playing on AstroTurf? What is going on? I mean, I guess it is a similar thing, if not the same thing over in Europe, but it really just having any of these kind of just team grass spots, it just does not compute to me. That's just not a winter sport. I mean, it is a winter sport, but not a snow sport.
A goal of the year candidate. And a where were you when sports moment among the most viral in Canadian sports history.
Jonathan Davis! What is that? The touch out of heaven!
That goal, honestly, yes, it was a decent touch and get it over the goalkeeper, but that pass from the start here, did he pick it up on his chest from a, look, it went all the way up, yep, he did, he almost kind of shouldered that. I have not seen the one, that was pretty insane, and almost looks like he would have been offside, but clearly he wasn't.
Touch out of heaven!
And they're just getting started. Not only are they the best team in the region, they're the youngest, and they have more kids coming.
Wow.
So shout out to the kids, from the tykes to the teens, making soccer the most participated sport in our country. Shout out to the administrators, coaches, and parents who laid the foundation. Shout out to those who paved the way and deserved better in their day. This is for Dero and De Guzman and Forrest. Shout out to the crew in '86 who showed qualification is possible, even if it wasn't probable.
Wow, all the way back in '86, that is right. So you look at that and you go, even just this footage and look at the crowd in the stadium, it honestly looks like they're just playing some Saturday, Sunday league. But no, that is Canada playing, I don't know, maybe the USA or something. But once again, it is interesting just hearing what he is talking about, going to the crew in '86 that show that it was possible. And that is so often the case. Even just take the marathon or the sub 2-hour marathon or the sub 6-minute mile or whatever it may be. Once someone does it or once a team does it or whatever it may be, once it is accomplished, it can be done by a whole group of people that never even thought they could do it. I mean, to be fair, I was completely blown away by the fact that he said it's the most participated sport in Canada. I find that very hard to believe, considering he started the video by saying that most people skate before they can walk. And also, I've heard about a whole bundle of other ones. So yeah, ice hockey is number 1, and then it was also like, yeah, okay, yes, lacrosse being number 2, so basically ice hockey without the ice, and then you got basketball, baseball, yeah, cricket. All of these guys just claim to be number 1, so I don't know who it really is.
Shout out to the crew in '86 who showed qualification is possible, even if it wasn't probable. There are only so many seats on the plane to Qatar, but we're all going. All 38 million of us.
Okay.
The job's not done, but the battle for the love of this nation has already been won.
Wow. I mean, yeah, there's not much to say besides that, is there? The fact that they've showcased that they are finally good enough just to even be on the world stage, not just sit on the backbench just going, no, you're Canada, you don't even belong anywhere near the top dogs. No, they can actually go out there and compete and win against a whole bundle. And look, I remember from the last video that I watched that it hasn't all been just smooth sailing on the way to the World Cup either. You know, they had to cancel it. Actually, it was 2 games, I'm about to say a game, but they cancelled one and then they cancelled another one to replace that one. And even though they did put a bit of a sour taste in people's mouths, both internationally and domestically, going, oh, you were riding such a high wave, why did you have to go and ruin it? To be fair, it was for a good reason, and as we can see, they have actually managed to move past that, play a few games. You know, they beat Qatar, they sadly lost to Uruguay, but they've got even a couple before they go into the World Cup in Group F, of which if we take a look at this, we can see what they are up against. You know, Belgium, Morocco, Croatia, not too bad, I'd say. You know, you're not in Group B versus England or even the United States or Argentina. There's just Brazil, Portugal. There were so many incredible teams, obviously, and other ones like in Group D, which I'm fairly sure, yeah, what's Australia's in, so we've got Denmark and France, and we're probably alright as well, even though France obviously are one of the previous winners. The main difference is though that even though Australia does have the odd good player, they really just never put up a decent fight on the world stage, whereas Canada for so long just had nothing, but now they're actually looking pretty decent and could contend up with the top dogs, and so it's definitely going to be one to watch for sure. Either way, with the World Cup only being less than a month away now, even though this video didn't teach me too many things, it would certainly be nice just to look back and reflect and just see how far this team has truly come, because just going from nothing since '86 to suddenly just being on the world stage, you can see and just feel why the fans would be so invested, and so I wish everyone the best of luck. But anyway, in saying that, I reckon I'm going to call it there, so thank you for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, feel free to do the YouTube algorithmic things down below. Also, if this is the first video of mine that you are watching, then make sure to go check out any other ones I've done. Also, make sure to go check out the original video down in the description below, or hey, maybe even just want to consider subscribing so that you don't miss another one of these in the future. But all in all, have a good one and see ya.